All right. Yeah, welcome to Reezy Does It. I am T Reezy. Today we got Lee in the building. Lee, what up?
What's up, Reezy?
You got it. We got Floyd in here. Floyd, what's happening, man?
What's up, baby?
You got it. So today we'll be discussing best soundtracks of the 90s. And we're going to focus on New Jack City, Boys in the Hood, Menace to Society, Above the Rim, and Juice. We're going to start with New Jack City. Lee, in your opinion, what makes New Jack City deserve to be on the best soundtracks of the 90s?
I mean, New Jack City was so diverse. I really like the mixture of R&B and rap.
Yeah, I did too. You had the Ice-T, New Jack Hustler, Sex You Up, I'm Still Waiting, Johnny Gill, there you go, Telling Me No Again. What about you, Floyd? What do you think?
Man, it was a phenomenal soundtrack for a phenomenal movie. It pretty much kicked in the way soundtracks were marketed. It's the granddaddy of them all. I mean, before then, the soundtrack game was, it was lucrative, but this changed the game because it was soundtrack for the next generation, the new generation at that time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it wasn't called New Jack City for nothing, huh?
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So,
man.
yeah.
And Keith Sweat was in the movie as well, man. He performed at Nino's wedding.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sure did. And that was a phenomenal scene as well.
It was, man. Nino, it was a shooting at Nino's wedding. Nino snatched up the little girl to be a human shield for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was the turning point in the movie. That's because up until then, you was rooting for Nino and Cash Money.
Right.
You was rooting for them until he did that one act.
Absolutely.
And that's what changed the whole momentum of the movie.
It changed the game.
Mm-hmm. Most definitely. As did the soundtrack, because you did have Levert on there.
Yeah, and true.
For the love of money, right?
Exactly. Yeah. They redid their daddy's song.
Yeah, man. It was a song called Lyrics to the Rhythm on that I like too.
Yeah, and I think the artist that did that, he was from Britain, if I'm not mistaken.
I think it was a female, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Yeah. And also you had that Two Live Crew. I got my back against the wall. And my dick is in the dust. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, so New Jack City, that was a banging ass soundtrack, man.
Can't forget that Christopher Williams, though.
Yeah, I'm dreaming. Yeah, that was my favorite. That was my favorite
And
song.
Christopher was also
in the movie.
in CMB. Yeah.
He was. Nino stabbed him in the hand. Said, I never liked you anyway, pretty motherfucker. Yeah. So next, we're going to jump into Boys in the Hood, man. What sticks out to you, Floyd, about Boys in the Hood?
Wake your punk ass up.
No. Hold on.
That was on the soundtrack.
What was the name of the song?
Hood Took Me Under.
Okay, my bad, Floyd. Yeah, Compton Most was on there.
Yeah. Once Upon a Time in South Central.
Yeah, that was a jump right there. But
and that Tony.
Just me and you.
Oh, yeah, just me and you. Hey, that's one of my favorites, y'all. Just me and you.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. And that was the soundtrack of the summer right there, y'all.
It damn sure was. Tevin Campbell had a dope song on there. I can't think of the name of it. Mm-hmm. But Tevin had a dope song on there. That was a dope soundtrack.
Yeah, there's just another friendly game of baseball. That was on there.
And I like that instrumental that
oh yes,
it's Stanley Clark
with that saxophone.
Yeah, that was nice. That was nice.
It could have been a trumpet.
No, but that was Stanley Clark did that.
Mm-hmm. And
what jazz great. The jazz great.
What was Lawrence Fishburne's name in the movie? In Boys in the Hood?
Furious Styles.
So Furious was listening to that when Trey was gone with Doughboy and Lil Chris for retaliation for Ricky.
Oh yeah,
yeah. That's
and that puts us in the mind of that, don't it?
Yeah, so like that was what was playing. You know, he was sitting there playing with the little stress balls or whatever while that jump was playing. But yeah, I always liked it. I always liked that song, man. Anything else that stick out to you about Boys in the Hood, Lee, and why it deserves to be mentioned here?
I mean, I think it really took us into LA, kind of let us see a little bit of the street gangs. And then so when we listened to that soundtrack, it made us feel like, hey, we got a little taste of LA.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I agree with both of y'all. So look, next we're gonna get into one of the better soundtracks. But both New Jack and Boys in the Hood were both good. But we're gonna get into Menace to Society.
You talking about LA?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you know what, Floyd? I love Menace to Society.
You want me to tell you something? My favorite song out of all the hard shit that was on there, my favorite song was that You Know You and I Should Get Together. That Top of the World, that was my jam
yes, sir.
right there.
That Kenya groove.
Hell
yes, sir.
Yeah, that was my jam on that.
That was good. That was good.
That had that groove to it.
That was definitely good. And I like Unconditional Love. That was my song.
By Hi-Fi, yeah, that was dope.
Mm-hmm.
But we can't forget about, speaking of wake your punk ass up for the 93 shots.
Yes, sir. MC8.
Hell yeah, that was the song of the summer right there, dog.
Yes, sir.
That MC8 Straight Up Menace.
Straight Up Menace and Trigger Got No Heart.
Trigger Got No Heart.
Yep.
Spice One said, I'm 22 and I'm still serving dub sacks. I show the hood some love, but ain't no love back. Man, that jump was dope, man.
What was your favorite scene in that movie?
My favorite scene in Menace?
Yeah.
Shit. I would have to say either when Kane robbed dude for them days and came through bumping that computer love.
Yeah.
Or when Kane was over the stove and that dope man was playing.
Yeah.
But if you watch Menace Society now, like on BET or whatever they be showing the rerun, like the BET version, they playing Pocket Full of Stones, I think. And that Pocket Full of Stone by UGK was on that jump, man.
That was on the soundtrack.
It was on there. You know.
It was on the soundtrack.
It was on there. I actually like the Pocket Full of Stones version that was on the UGK album better, Too Hard to Swallow.
I do too.
But I like both of them, you know, but I would have to go with that album version. But
it had two little hidden gems on there that y'all ain't spoke nothing on.
What's that, Floyd?
That All Over a Hoe by Miss Kilo, produced by Code 187.
Code 187 from Above the Law produced that job?
Yes, sir.
All Over a Hoe.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man.
What else we forget, Floyd?
You've Been Played.
You've Been Played. Yeah, man. Yeah. You know what, man? I shouldn't even mention this here, man. But look, I was in high school, man, and you know, I was in the Too Short, Too Loud, so you know where my mind was at, man.
I remember.
But you know what? I'm gonna tell you this one, man. There was a situation one time
you don't have to go no further, baby.
No, there was a situation one time where I sort of got played on the sleeve. You feel me? But it wasn't nothing too serious. You know what I mean? It was something I shouldn't have been doing anyway. You feel me?
And that's why it happened.
And the girl was playing that junk afterwards, dog. You know that you've been played. You feel me? But anyway, anything else on the Menace, man? What y'all want to mention?
Man, see, we pretty much covered it, you know, as far as track wise. Other than the DJ Quick Disc to Everlast that was on there.
Yeah, it was. It sure was. You're right, man.
Mm-hmm. And Brand Nubian had a track on there.
Yeah, they did.
That was all right.
They did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let's go on and get to it, man. Let's go on and get to Above the Rim. Suge Knight and Death Row did
one of my favorite ones. Dog. This is one of my favorite ones.
And then you start off with the SWV.
With the Wu-Tang.
Yeah, SWV. Yeah, with the Anything. Is that the name of it?
Anything. That's it.
Yeah.
And then you got the what's her name? Sweet Sable or Sweet Sadie?
Yeah.
That
sipping on a
sipping on a Heineken.
Smoking a blunt. And sipping on a Heineken. Man, that was that jump back then, man. And then you got the H-Time, the part-time
them boys, boy, they
part-time lover.
Yeah, you got
produced by Devontae Swing.
Produced by Devontae Swain, man.
Yes, sir.
That boy said, break it down to Vontae. Dino said, break it down to Vontae at the
Rest in
beginning of
peace,
that joint.
Dino.
R.I.P. Dino, man.
Yeah.
And also, you go into the Snoop Dogg song with the Dog Pound.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And then, Second to None got
Still
a track
pimping.
on there.
That's what it's,
Okay, that was the name of the Dog Pound with Snoop.
Yeah.
Okay. And then
big pimpin' Delamon on the end of it.
Yeah, I remember him. He was talking some shit on that too. But yeah, man. Second to None had a song. I really didn't mean to turn you on. It was an R&B song called "You Know the Way That I Like It," Doggy Style. Rough and Stuff with my Afro Puffs, man.
Yeah,
oh well, definitely. Can't forget about them Afro Puffs.
Man, that was a hard ass.
Lady of Rage.
Rage, go on with your bad self, man. That was a hard ass soundtrack, dog. That was a hard ass soundtrack.
Even Jewel got some shine on there.
Jewel, okay.
Yeah. Rest in peace to Jewel as well.
Yeah. I'm thinking about Jewel Santana. Okay, you talking about Jewel, the first lady of Death Row, really?
Most definitely.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace, Jewel.
Yes, ma'am.
Speaking of Jewel had a song with Aaron Hall on there. Gonna Give It to You or something like that.
Yeah, it was a duet. She had two. She shined twice on that.
Yeah, and then I'll Be Sure did an Al Green remake on there. Go ahead, Floyd.
And then, you had Dog Pound show up again with that Dog Pound for Life.
Dog Pound for Life, man. That joke was hard. Had a hard ass bass line. But let's really get into the thick of it, man.
Yes, sir.
I couldn't help but notice your pain.
Pain?
Share it with me. It runs deep. That's my favorite. That's my favorite Tupac song ever, man. You know what I mean?
I agree with you, Troy. That Tupac showed his range, and that was definitely a good song.
And had his homeboy at the time, Big Stretch.
Big Stretch.
Which later Pac ended up beefing with Big Stretch because he think Big Stretch had something to do with the Quiet Studio robbing and shooting of Pac, which I don't know for sure if he did or not, but that's what Pac thought. And then Pac also was on a song called Loyal to the Game with Stretch and some other dudes on it, man. But
the pain.
That Above the Rim was a hard ass soundtrack, bro.
Yes, sir. Most definitely.
Yeah. So next, let's get into Juice. So Floyd, what makes Juice deserve to be on this list, man?
Okay, so Juice, man, had a lot of gems on there. You had that Uptown Anthem, Naughty by Nature. You had that Know the Ledge, Eric B. and Rakim.
Eric B.
You know what I'm saying? You had that Is It Good to You? Teddy Riley with Tammy Lucas.
Right. Did you like the Juice soundtrack, Lee?
I did.
Yeah.
That Teddy Riley was definitely one of my favorites on that Juice.
That Is It Good to You? You know what?
Good to you?
To be real, Heavy D had the Is It Good to You with the same chick singing on the hook, right?
Exactly.
But I liked her version better from the Juice movie, just with her on.
Yeah, it was more raw.
Yeah, it was more raw. And then you got the nasty man Aaron Hall on that joint with Don't Be Afraid.
Yeah, I was about to mention that, man. That's my go-to right there.
Right, Aaron Hall said, "Rest your head on my tattooed chest. I know it feels real good." Man, you know what I mean? So like Aaron Hall, man, Aaron Hall was a beast back then, coming from Guy. You know what I mean? And
yes, sir. That was his first solo album. First
solo album. Yeah, and then you had the song by Son of Berserk. What could be better, bitch? I don't know if I ever heard another song by this dude, but that was a hard ass song back then, man.
Yeah, produced by the Bomb Squad.
And my
Public Enemy.
Really? The Bomb Squad and Public Enemy?
Well, yeah. He was down with them.
So Terminator X has that?
Exactly.
Okay. And man, my favorite song on the whole track was that Too Short. So You Wanna Be a Gangster. And all that shit.
That's a hard one.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Shoot 'em up.
Right. And that was a dope movie. Tupac broke out, with that movie. And that probably was my favorite scene that I ever seen Tupac act, just to be honest, the Bishop and Juice. So next, we're gonna go ahead and get into our honorable mentions. And the first honorable mention that I want to mention is the Body Body soundtrack by Master P and No Limit, man. You know what I
All
mean?
right.
You got that meal ticket with UGK and A Ball and MJG, and
Yeah, kicking it off. Yeah,
he starting that thing out. A nigga gave me $50, put me in the game. You know what I mean? So yeah, that was a hard jump. You got Brother Lynch on,
yeah.
and then Steady Marvin had a dope song on that.
Situation, yeah, that Brother Lynch situation dirty.
Right. And Lee, what's that slow song on there? Sons of Funk.
Oh, that was pushing inside of you. Yeah.
Man, hell yeah, that was that jump. So feels damn good to me when I'm pushing inside of you, pushing
Troy,
inside
you
of
got
you.
it. That was
Yeah,
it right there.
that was my shit. Yeah. Damn, what was them dudes' name, man? The Gambino family had that.
Oh.
Now they want to see me dead. Niggas put prices on my head because I got you robbed dollars by my. What do you say?
You know, we
Now
can't
I got you
forget
robbed
that
dollars by my
line.
bed. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Now who that
Yeah.
line come from? Who know that? Where the Gambino family get that line from? Now they want to see me dead. Niggas put
Floyd, where they
prices
get
on my
that
head.
line
Now I
from,
got you
Floyd?
robbed dollars by my bed. I feed
I
them
feel
lead.
lead. Yeah, we all know where that came from, man.
Well, tell us, Floyd.
Yeah,
Tell us, Floyd.
shit, that's Pac, baby.
What song, Floyd? It said, "Picture me rolling, man. Picture me rolling in
Picture
my
Yeah,
me
500
rolling.
Benz. Hell
yeah.
yeah, hell yeah."
Man, don't charge it to my head, not my heart, man. I'm on, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, you
I'm,
good,
I'm,
dog. You
I'm
good. I
puffing,
already,
you know.
I
I'm
know.
doing good
Yeah,
over
we
here.
look,
I'm
look,
sipping good. I'm blowing
hey,
good.
we
You
know
Hey,
that's a
it
famous
is.
line though.
know?
Hey, it's all good, Floyd. Do you, man?
Yeah, but
But
you know it was Pac.
but
Sure,
I
you
already knew the
know.
answer. You feel me? I just wanted
Yeah,
to see if y'all knew it. You feel me?
yeah.
So, and we also got Poetic Justice as an honorable mention. What y'all think about that? What you think about Poetic Justice, Lee?
Man, Poetic Justice was a good soundtrack. I mean, Janet had a song on there, and she
Well,
was in the movie.
what was that junk called? Anything or something?
Again,
Again, okay, my bad.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
I'm way
Shit,
off.
in mine, are you high yet?
Yeah, the endo smoke, Mr. Grimm. And
Yes,
then
sir.
the best song on the damn album, dog, was that Tupac definition of a
Ain't
thug
nobody
life.
close to me on my business.
Right,
And Tupac was also in the movie, so they
right.
Mm-hmm.
was giving us, their wide full of, their talent there
Tupac.
musically and
Yeah,
in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
right. Yeah, Pac. That was another action scene for Pac and Poetic Justice, which he killed it. You know, Tone Loc was in the movie, Janet Jackson.
Yes,
Joe
Q-Tip.
Torre. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Q-Tip. Q-Tip was in that
Regina
joint.
King. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, that was a dope movie, man. John Singleton.
Classic.
John Singleton has two of the soundtracks we've mentioned, if not three, depending on what else we mentioned. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
That we've already mentioned, Boys in the Hood and Poetic Justice.
Plus,
Both
well, speaking on the John Singleton vibe, my honorable mention would be the Higher Learning soundtrack.
higher
Okay.
learning.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Raphael Sadiq had a dope song on there, man.
Yeah, the Ask of You.
And
Yeah,
ask of you. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. And another one.
Ice Cube was in school. How about
Ice Cube was in school. Still, hey,
and Lawrence Fishburne was professor, so
right.
yeah.
Ice Cube still wasn't born no shit in college or
John
not.
John Singleton likes to
Yeah,
revisit some of the same actors we see,
right.
Mm-hmm.
but
Ice
that's
Cube.
fine though.
But
Yeah,
Busta Rhymes was in this one too.
Buster
yeah.
was in. He sure was, wasn't
Mm-hmm.
he?
And
Okay,
Regina King.
okay.
Regina King was in. Yeah.
So another
Mm-hmm.
honorable mention I want to get into would be Strictly Business.
Yes, sir.
They had a song called "You Called and Told Me." Did any of y'all know the artist that sung
Jeff
that?
Red. That was
Jeff
Jeff
Red.
Red. He was on Uptown Records.
Yeah, Grand Poobah had a dope song on
Yeah,
there.
Fat Rat.
Yeah, that jump was dope.
And it was also the first time we heard Mary J. Blige.
Really?
Nice.
Yes,
What
sir.
what what
Wow.
what's was it? What's the 411? What song was it?
No, man, it was You Remind Me. It
You
was the
You
remind
first.
me was
remind me.
It's the original.
Let me tell you something else.
The original, but guess what? Mary ain't left yet.
She ain't left
She's
yet.
she's
Nope.
still hitting us with power too. I mean, we
Exactly.
can't.
Most
Hey,
definitely.
Mary's
Most
still
definitely.
out here.
Queen.
Mary's still out here talking about good morning, gorgeous. You feel me? Mary's still very relevant out here. You feel me? So look,
Yeah. Yeah, Monet doing her thing.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you this, man. That You Remind Me by Mary J. Blige might be my favorite song by Mary J.
That is a horrible.
That
That
song
is a
was so
horrible.
dope. I had never heard nothing like it at the time. But that was like a beat you could hear Rakim rapping over.
Exactly.
And hear Mary J. Blige singing on and killing it. And it's not really mattering to you that it ain't Rakim and nobody rapping on the beat. And she still held it down and killed it, man.
Man, that's why they call her the queen of hip hop and R&B.
Oh yeah, yeah. She's definitely still doing it.
Yeah.
Still doing it.
Still doing it. So other honorable mentions would be Friday, Players Club, Murder Was the Case. People was a good soundtrack with Stevie Wonder doing our tracks. But any other honorable mentions that I want to mention?
But you got the Nutty Professor. That was a pretty dope soundtrack. You had Jay-Z with Foxy Brown. What else was on? Janet had a track on there.
Was that song by Case, Touch Me, Tease Me on there?
Touch Me, Tease Me was on there.
Most definitely it was on there.
That's a dope song.
Yep, and we have Waiting to Excel for the ladies.
Well, what was on that?
Waiting to Excel.
Man, that whole thing was a hit.
The whole Waiting to Excel?
The whole Waiting to Excel.
You got Shoot.
Yep.
Well, what
not
else?
Not gonna cry, Mary, again. You know what I'm saying? Sitting up in my room with Brandy.
Okay, Brandy was on that joint. Okay, all right.
Yeah, that thing was chock full. Had My Funny Valentine with Shaka Khan.
Okay.
Yeah, because it was produced by Babyface. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It had no choice but to be a hit.
Right. Yeah, you're right about that. Faces don't make nothing but hits, man.
Yeah, speaking on that, Boomerang is one of my favorite honorable mentions.
Yeah. Boomerang. Yeah, man. I'm gonna tell you something, man. There was this acapella song on Boomerang when Eddie Murphy was in New Orleans with Robin Givens and they were dancing. That it go like spending time with you, feels like heaven. You know what I'm talking about?
I remember the scene.
Yeah, but I think it's called "Feels Like Heaven." That was a dope song, man. And then that Love Should Have Brought Your Ass Home last week.
That was definitely that takes me right to the movie.
Yeah, Halle slapped. She slapped the shit out of Eddie Murphy. Said Love Should Have Brought Your Ass Home last night.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Talking about a visual. You listen to that and you think about that scene, like, wow.
Shit. Okay. Y'all thinking about that? I'm thinking about that Tribe track on there. A Tribe Called Quest had Hot Sex on the Platter on there.
Hot Sex on the Platter.
That was a good song.
Yeah, you're right. Hey, look. Speaking of Hot Sex on the Platter, man, that beat right there was phenomenal, dog. And then Mary J. Blige do a song with that same beat.
Yeah.
What was the name of Mary's song?
Yes, she did.
What was the name of the Mary song that she did with that same beat?
Let me think.
Did she did with Method Man?
I don't know, but it seemed like Puff in the video though. No, Meth wasn't on there. It was just Mary.
No, it was just Mary. Let's see, what did she redo that with?
I'm not sure, but that jump was dope, and it might have been a remix song for Mary. You feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Any other honorable mentions y'all got?
No, that should cover it, man. As far as
we got the best man, Floyd.
Oh, snap. Okay, yeah, we can do the that's an honorable mention as well.
Best man?
Yeah, the Best Man soundtrack.
Yeah, we had some Maxwell on that.
Yeah.
What else?
The Roots was on there.
What was the song with the Roots on there?
I remember it gave the plot of it, but Your Girl was on that.
Who was that?
Jaguar Wright.
Oh yeah.
Name of the song was What You Need.
What You Need. Okay.
Yeah, What You Need.
Lee told me not long ago that Jaguar Wright the one that sung that Song Cry for Jay-Z.
She did.
Yeah. Very, very talented vocalist.
Very talented. Yeah. And Jaguar Wright out here exposing niggas these days, man.
Man.
Yeah, she got the tea. She
putting it out there.
She got the tea. She going hard on Puff or Love or Diddy or whatever he call himself these days.
She exposing a few people.
Yeah.
She exposing a few people, man. But any other honorable mentions y'all want to mention?
You know what? We didn't mention Life.
Yeah. KC and JoJo had that.
The song Life. Didn't it?
Okay.
That
Yeah.
Maxwell was Fortunate.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. That's definitely a good one, Floyd.
Right.
Maxwell had a few bangers, but
Right.
then Fortunate is one of his good ones. Yeah.
Fortunate, that's one of I really ain't into Maxwell like that. I can't lie, but Fortunate was good though. I can't lie.
But it was written by R. Kelly.
Okay. Well, there you go.
There you go.
And
Yeah.
personal favorite of mine would be the Love Jones soundtrack.
Love Jones, okay.
Yeah, The Sweetest Thing with Lauryn Hill.
Oh,
That was
hell
a
yeah.
good one. That was a good one.
Sweetest thing I've ever known. Hell yeah.
Yeah,
That was a dope song.
and that Hopeless Like a Penny with a Hole in It.
Oh, that's a good
Oh,
one.
that was
That's
a
a
good
good one
song,
too.
man. Who
Yeah.
was that by? Was that Angie Stone?
Nah, that was Deion Ferris.
Deion
Oh,
Ferris. Yep.
that was super dope. They say
Yeah,
I'm hopeless. There's a penny with a hole in it. That's saying a lot, man. You feel me? And obviously she defeated the odds. You feel me? Because she came with a dope ass song. So I mean, yeah.
That definitely was a good movie and a good soundtrack. I really do like that movie also.
Right. But man, Lily, I thank you for joining me today. Floyd, I thank you for joining me today. Before we get out of here, guess what, y'all?
What up?
What up?
Girl, you should have known by now. Reezy doesn't.